Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Talk English freely.
Hi, everyone.
Hello there.
Great to see you again. Today, we're talking about something really close to everyone's heart.
That's right, we're gonna talk about family.
Family. It's such a universal topic, right? Everyone has a family in some way, whether it's big or small, close or complicated.
Absolutely. Family shapes who we are, our childhood, our values, our relationships.
And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jessica, and this is Brian. We create these natural English conversations to help you practice your listening skills.
No boring textbooks here, just real talk between two friends.
That's right. So get comfortable, relax, and listen to us chat about our families, our experiences, and what family means to us.
Before we jump in, if you're finding these conversations helpful, hit that like button.
And subscribe for more. We really appreciate your support.
All right, time to talk about family. Jessica, tell me about yours.
Sure, I'd love to. Well, Brian, I come from a pretty small family. It's just me, my parents, and my younger sister. We've always been close, and I feel really lucky for that. Growing up, we spent a lot of time together, doing things like going on road trips or having game nights at home.
That sounds really nice. Do you still see them often?
I do, yay. My parents live about an hour away, so I try to visit them at least once or twice a month. My sister lives in another state, so I don't see her as much, but we talk on the phone pretty regularly. We're really good about staying in touch.
That's great. It sounds like you have a strong bond with your family. What about extended family? Do you have aunts, uncles, cousins?
I do. My mom has two sisters, so I have a couple of aunts and a few cousins on that side. We usually get together for holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's always fun because the cousins are around my age, so we grew up playing together.
That must be fun. Holiday gatherings with family can be really special. What about you, Jessica? Are you close with your extended family, or is it mostly just your immediate family?
Honestly, I'm closer with my immediate family. I love my aunts and cousins, but we don't see each other super often outside of the holidays. I wish we stayed in touch more, but everyone's busy with their own lives, you know?
I totally get that. Life gets hectic, and it's hard to keep up with everyone. What about your parents? Are they still together?
Yes, they are. They've been married for almost 35 years now. They have a really solid relationship, and I think that's part of why our family is so close. They've always been supportive of me and my sister.
That's wonderful. Having that stability growing up must have made a big difference.
For sure, I feel really grateful for that. What about you, Brian? Tell me about your family.
Well, my family is a bit bigger than yours. I have two brothers and one sister. I am the second oldest, so I have an older brother and then two younger siblings.
Wow, 4 kids! That must have been lively growing up.
Oh yeah, it was chaotic. Our house was always loud and busy. There was never a dull moment. My parents had their hands full, that's for sure.
I can imagine. What was it like growing up with so many siblings?
Honestly, it had its ups and downs. On one hand, I always had someone to play with or talk to. We were really close when we were kids, and we had a lot of fun together. But on the other hand, we fought a lot too.
That makes sense. Siblings can be your best friends and your biggest rivals at the same time.
Right. We used to argue over the smallest things. Like who got to sit in the front seat of the car or who got the last cookie. Looking back, it seems silly. But at the time, it felt really important.
That's so relatable. Even though I only have one sister, We definitely had our fair share of arguments growing up.
Right. But now that we're all adults, we get along much better. We don't fight anymore, and we actually enjoy spending time together.
That's nice. Do you all still live near each other?
No, unfortunately, my older brother lives in California. My younger brother is in Texas. And my sister lives in Florida. I am here on the East Coast, so we're all pretty spread out.
Wow, that's really scattered. Do you get to see them often?
Not as much as I'd like. We usually only see each other once or twice a year, usually around the holidays. We try to gather at my parents' house for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
That must be hard being so far apart. Do you stay in touch between visits?
We do, yeah. We have a family group chat where we share updates and photos. It helps us feel connected, even when we're far away. But it's not the same as seeing each other in person, you know?
I know what you mean. Technology is great, but nothing beats face-to-face time with family.
Absolutely.
So, Brian, are your parents still together?
Yes, they are. They've been married for almost 40 years. They're retired now, and they spend a lot of time traveling and enjoying their hobbies.
That sounds lovely. What do they like to do?
My dad loves fishing and woodworking. He has a whole workshop in the garage where he makes furniture and other projects. My mom is really into gardening. She has this beautiful garden in their backyard with flowers, vegetables, all kinds of stuff.
That's so sweet. It sounds like they're enjoying their retirement.
They really are. They worked hard their whole lives, so it's nice to see them relax and do things they love.
Definitely. Okay, here's a question for you. What's your favorite family memory from when you were a kid?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think. One of my favorite memories is our annual camping trips. Every summer, my whole family would go camping for a week. We'd pack up the car with tents, sleeping bags, coolers, everything we needed.
That sounds fun. Where did you go?
We usually went to state parks or national forests. We'd spend the days hiking, swimming in lakes, cooking over a campfire. At night, we'd sit around the fire, roast marshmallows, and tell stories.
That sounds amazing. Did you enjoy it? Or were you one of those kids who didn't like camping?
I loved it. I mean, sometimes it was uncomfortable, like when it rained or when bugs were everywhere. But overall, it was such a great way to spend time together as a family. We didn't have distractions like TV or the internet, so we were just present with each other.
That's really special. Those are the kind of memories that stick with you forever.
Exactly. What about you, Jessica? What's your favorite family memory?
That's tough because I have so many good ones. But one that stands out is our holiday baking tradition. Every December, my mom, my sister, and I would spend a whole day baking cookies together. We'd make dozens of different kinds like chocolate chip, sugar cookies, gingerbread, you name it.
That sounds delicious. What did you do with all those cookies?
Well, we'd keep some for ourselves, of course. But we'd also package them up in little boxes and give them to neighbors, teachers, friends. It was our way of spreading holiday cheer. And honestly, the baking itself was so much fun because we'd listen to Christmas music, laugh, make a mess.
That's such a sweet tradition. Do you still do it?
We do, actually. Even though I don't live at home anymore, I try to go back for that baking day every year. It's become one of my favorite parts of the holiday season.
That's wonderful. Traditions like that are so important. They give you something to look forward to, and they keep families connected.
I agree. Okay, here's another question. Do you think you're similar to your parents, or are you pretty different from them?
That's interesting. Perhaps I am a mix of both. In some ways, I am a lot like my dad. We're both pretty logical and analytical. We like solving problems and figuring things out.
That makes sense, especially with your job as an accountant.
Right. But in other ways, I am more like my mom. She's very social and outgoing, and perhaps I got that from her. I enjoy being around people and having conversations.
So you got the best of both.
I guess so. What about you? Are you similar to your parents?
I think I'm a lot like my mom, actually. We're both pretty creative and artistic. She loves painting and crafts, and I obviously love design, so I definitely got that creative side from her.
What about your dad?
My dad is more practical and down to earth. He's great with numbers and really organized, which I'm definitely not. I think I got my sense of humor from him, though. He's always making jokes and keeping things lighthearted.
That's nice. It sounds like you got a good balance.
I think so. Okay, here's a different kind of question. If you could change one thing about your family, what would it be?
Wow, that's a tough one. Let me think. Perhaps I would change how far apart we all live. I wish we lived closer to each other so we could see each other more often. Distance makes it hard to stay connected.
That makes sense. It's tough when family is scattered across the country.
What about you?
Honestly, I wouldn't change much. I feel really fortunate with my family. But if I had to pick something, I guess I'd say I wish we were better at handling conflict. Sometimes, when we disagree, we avoid talking about it instead of addressing it directly.
That's pretty common. A lot of families struggle with that.
Right. It's not a huge problem, but I think we could all benefit from being a bit more open with each other.
That's fair.
Okay, here's a fun one. Who are you closest to in your family?
That's easy. I am closest to my younger brother. We're only 2 years apart. So we grew up really close, even though we live in different states now. We talk on the phone pretty often.
That's nice. What do you guys talk about?
Just life stuff. How work is going, what we're up to, funny stories. He's also really into sports, so we talk about that a lot. It's nice to have someone who gets you, you know?
Definitely. For me, I'm probably closest to my sister. We're really similar in a lot of ways, and we can talk about anything. She's like my best friend.
That's awesome. Having that kind of relationship with a sibling is really special.
It is. I feel lucky to have her.
Same here.
Okay, here's another question. Do you think family is more important than friends, or are they equally important?
That's a tough question. Honestly, both are important, but in different ways. Family is your foundation. They're the people who have known you your whole life and who will always be there.
True.
But friends are also crucial. They're the people you choose to have in your life. They understand you in ways that family might not.
That's a good point. I think I feel the same way. Family is irreplaceable, but friends are essential too.
Right. You need both.
Absolutely. So, Brian, let me ask you this. Did your family take vacations together when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, we did. We didn't do anything fancy, but we'd usually take 1 or 2 trips a year. We go to the beach or visit relatives in other states, things like that.
That sounds nice. What was your favorite family vacation?
Probably the time we went to Disney World. I was about 10 years old, and it was the first time any of us had been there. It was magical, you know? We spent 4 days there, going on rides, meeting characters, watching the fireworks.
That sounds incredible. Did you all enjoy it, or were some people not into it?
We all loved it. Even my dad, who usually isn't into theme parks, had a great time. There were a few moments where we got tired or cranky, but overall, it was an amazing trip. We still talk about it sometimes.
Those are the best kind of memories. What about you, Jessica? Did your family take vacations? We did. We weren't big on flying, so most of our trips were road trips. We'd drive to different states and explore. We went to the Grand Canyon once, and that was breathtaking. We also went to national parks, historic sites, stuff like that.
That sounds educational and fun.
It was. My parents were really good at making trips both entertaining and meaningful. They wanted us to learn about different places and cultures, even within our own country.
That's a great approach.
Yeah, I'm grateful for those experiences. Okay, here's another one. What kind of parenting style did your parents have? Were they strict or were they more laid back?
I would say they were somewhere in the middle. They had rules and expectations, but they weren't overly strict. We had to do our homework, help with chores, be respectful, all the basic stuff.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, they gave us freedom, but they also held us accountable if we messed up. There were consequences, but they were fair about it.
That's a good balance.
What about you, Jessica? How would you describe your parents' parenting style?
I'd say my parents were pretty supportive and encouraging. They wanted us to pursue our interests and be ourselves. They weren't super strict, but they did have boundaries. Like, we had a curfew when we were teenagers, and we had to keep our grades up.
That makes sense.
But overall, they trusted us to make good decisions. And if we made mistakes, they'd talk to us about it instead of just punishing us. I really appreciated that growing up.
That sounds like a healthy approach.
I think so. It helped me become more independent and confident.
That's great.
Okay, here's one more. What's the most important thing your family taught you?
Oh, that's a great question. Perhaps the most important thing they taught me is the value of hard work. My parents both worked really hard to provide for us, and they always emphasized the importance of doing your best.
That's a great lesson.
What about you?
I think my family taught me the importance of kindness and empathy. My parents always encouraged us to be understanding and compassionate toward others. They taught us to think about how our actions affect people and to treat everyone with respect.
That's beautiful. Those are values that will serve you well throughout your life.
I hope so. Well, Brian, I think we've covered a lot today. Family is such a rich topic.
It really is. Everyone's family is different, but we all have stories to share.
Exactly. I hope everyone listening enjoyed this conversation and maybe thought about their own families too.
Me too.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed hearing about our families.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear about yours too. Do you have a big family or a small one? Are you close with your siblings? What's your favorite family tradition?
Leave a comment and share your story. We love reading them.
And if this conversation helped you practice your English, please give us a thumbs up.
Every like really helps.
And don't forget to subscribe for more conversations like this one.
Thanks for being here.
Take care, everyone.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.